Good afternoon. I am selling, probably it's morning actually still, but at home back is already 6 hours afternoon, so good afternoon. I will tell you about the computer-based statistics project in Estonia. I will tell this together with with Christian, who is coming from the University of Tartu, and with Karita, also from the University of Tartu. My name is Ulle Kikas, and I come from the Ministry of Education and Research of Estonia. I am working as a coordinator for this project in ministry, and my educational background is not mathematics, not statistics, but physics, and I have worked long period in the University of Tartu and used to be a researcher in field of atmospheric physics. So I used also to work with big data sets and teach the students about data analysis and statistics. Estonia is a country with a very small population, and for such a country, it's always a question how to survive in this global world as a country. And we believe that some good answers are to do smart work and take advantage from using ICT in all sectors of life. For that, it's very important to develop human resources and, first of all, give good education to our young people. As for education in Estonia, when you look at OECD surveys, Estonia looks quite well according to the average performance of students. But we are still worrying because we see that we have too few people with high order skills. And the challenge for future years is to increase share of young people who are top performers. For that, it's important also to revise and update our education, how we teach and what we teach. The aim of this project is to update a part of mathematics education. We have statistics and data in our curriculum, but we want to give to students modern skills about data and statistics because those skills are increasingly demanded in all the sectors of life. And the ambition of ministry is to extend and mainstream computer-based statistics when the piloting phase will be successful. It all began when, after first CBM Educational Summit in London, 2011, I was very inspired about the concept. Back home, I wrote a letter to ministry management and got a positive attitude to look for starting a pilot project. And after consultations with our academic experts and school experts, there was first meeting with the Wolfram side, our minister, professor, physicists, also Mr. Jaak Aaviksoo and John McLooney met in London, and they decided to apply CPM concept for data and statistics. Then it took almost 1 year to come to the agreement between the ministry and Wolfram, and actually the project began in February 2013. So it has been quite a short term to accomplish all the important stages of the project. So the project itself will consist of 2 development phases. It's developing of the curriculum for grades 6 to 12. It's a middle school and upper secondary school. Developing of lesson materials for 60 lessons. We will translate those into Estonian too. In spring 2014, next year, very soon, we'll start the piloting in 30 schools with over 1,000 of students. And we also will do some research and reflect the piloting phase. Important part of this project is preparation of teachers. We have involved 45 math teachers into the project. We have trained them to use Mathematica, and we have had 6 days of reviewing all the lesson materials, the draft lesson materials with teachers. And important part of the project is council. The members of the council are mathematical experts, mathematical didactic experts, also people from schools and from the public sector and industry. And the role of the council is to advise the ministry about making the decision, should we extend this or not. With such a project, which is trying to break traditions, it's extremely important collaboration and engagement of people. We appreciate the Wolfram side for taking Estonian experts into the project development team. Thanks to this, we have now a good team of experts in the country for going on with all this project, with next phases. And we are happy that because of this challenging project, we have now several young, very talented mathematicians around the education, in mathematics education. It has been also very important to engage the key stakeholders from very beginning. As Hester told, it's about ownership, feeling ownership of this project. We have engaged school principals, teachers, and experts through the council. Before the piloting, we are going to make an extensive advertising campaign in pilot schools to make aware students and parents, and of course also to introduce project to wider public. So the work is going on. It's really very positive to have now this huge and real step, which is between the idea, the curriculum, and the real materials which help teachers in the classroom. It's good to have those materials. Here in this picture you see the team of Estonian experts and a picture of teachers reviewing the learning materials. Good news is that attitude of teachers to those materials has been quite positive. They told, we like those, we like to teach according to this curriculum, and they hope that the students would like it too. Of course, we will see what they will tell after piloting, after testing those materials in real school conditions. When talking about lesson materials, we can tell that really everything what was promised in the curriculum is also seen from the learning materials to they strongly support critical thinking. One of teachers told that, oh, this is not a course like mathematics, but it's like a thinking course. Of course, this makes it also difficult to teach, because thinking is much more harder than to teach calculating. It's also about communication skills, and it's very strong part of inquiry-based approach to the problems. And what is also important, this new curriculum is now introducing a lot of problems and tasks around data, which are beyond of mathematical procedures. It's not anymore only about how to calculate the standard deviation or how to take the probability number from the table. It's now about surveying, asking right, fair questions, about making and understanding visualizations, interpreting data, and so on. Those lesson materials give good support to teachers and support teaching at school. This is okay because this is our agreement, but we would see also the potential of those materials for open education, because it's a lot of support also to students. Of course, they are not now focused on open education or autonomous learners. For this case, they should be modified. And we see that those materials provide good opportunities for the learning science, as it was mentioned also yesterday. They could help to study the different learning styles of students and to develop the approaches which support personalized learning. Before the piloting phase, we are a little bit worried about technical risks. We have seen that teachers and students use actually a big variety of technologies in schools, but it states a high demand of fluent fluency of lesson materials in all the combinations of different platforms and servers and computers. And we should enable good support to schools for troubleshooting. Because in the real learning process, we shouldn't allow interruption of the learning because of technical things. And this is the same about when it's too slow internet connection or when connection is interrupted. And last but not least, when we are thinking towards mainstreaming, it's an issue about lesson materials as they are now, a part of the Mathematica software. It's good when you have them, when you already are user, they are quite convenient and good. But when talking or thinking about propagation of this concept to wider educational public, about distribution of the materials, this would not be the best solution. Also, Mathematica is a very powerful tool, but therefore also an expensive tool, and it's difficult to believe that schools will buy this Mathematica software for only teaching one course. So it's a big risk for sustainable educational use and mainstreaming. Therefore, we have some dreams that Wolfram side will develop, will make further developments. We have listened yesterday good news about Raspberry Pi and Mathematica, but we would dream about CDF files with more functionalities, which can be played with a free CDF player, or some good solutions and inexpensive solutions for education. So the process is going on. We hope. We are quite positive with going on, but it's a lot of problems to solve before we can see the computer-based statistics in real classrooms. So now Christian will take over and talk about his experiences with the project.